Swordsman. Today, this is the third video I've recorded in a row. Yay. I am bringing my review, really long delayed review, it should have been months ago, on the Sherman Firefly, the worst Sherman tank in the game. And there are a lot of Shermans. Just in my garage, just the ones I own. I believe I own the Fury, the Firefly, I don't think I actually only own two, I think. But yeah, this is the worst Sherman tank in the game. And it is in fact the newest Sherman in the game, so hooray. But what makes this tank unique from other tier 6 Shermans, say the M4A38, which is what the Fury is, it just reskinned, is, well, this thing's actually just an M4 Sherman, a standard M4 Sherman hull, with a stock M4 Sherman turret, unlike the Z8, which is a Sherman hull, but it is actually different, and the turret's different. And then the only other thing to make this thing unique is the fact that it has only 6 degrees gun depression, as opposed to, I believe, 10 degrees on most of the other Shermans. Depends on which gun they're using, of course, and whatever. And it has this gun, the quick-firing 17-pounder Mark 7, which is not the same gun on the common, I don't believe. No, it isn't, is it? No, this is the same gun that you get on the Black Prince, and I think the AT-15A and AT-7, with a healthy 11.44 rounds per minute. However, could be because I don't have 100% crew. This thing is 12.46, so it's most likely the crew thing. Yeah, and then other than that, this thing is basically a standard Sherman, except it's heavier than a normal Sherman because of this 17-pounder gun. Fun fact, this gun is actually mounted on its side inside this tank. Crazy. It has the armor of a Sherman, which is garbage. It has health average, weight, like I said, it's heavier with the same horsepower engine, so it's actually the slowest of the Shermans, except for the Jumbo, I believe. Maybe the baby Jumbo too. But there is just nothing special about this tank, nothing unique. In fact, I don't like this tank. I prefer to have a Fury. I prefer pretty much any other Sherman in the game. Yeah, it's just, I can't find any redeeming qualities of to have this tank unless you just want the 17-pounder gun. And if you want this, a better tank that has it would be an AT-15A or Black Prince. At least I think the AT-15A has it. Yep. AT-7, debatable because it has this 20-pounder as a top gun. And does the AT-8 actually have the quick? I don't need to mount a module. Yes, the AT-8 actually has it. AT-8, it's the same tier, so it could be better, but a lot of people actually don't like the AT-8 for some reason. In fact, a lot of people don't like this line. That's mainly because this line is kind of iffy, but it's a better alternative than going this line and the Churchill gun carrier. The best tank in the game. And then the BP. Yep. The BP is a better tank, the AT-15A is a better tank, and they have the same gun, so why not just use that? And I think, does this thing, no, this thing has got a different gun. I thought it had the same gun, but whatever. Yeah, I've had this thing since it first came out, well, the day after it first came out, and I haven't played very many battles in it because I just can't stand playing it. I'm used to how Sherman normally plays, and this thing, if it's going to be this slow, it better have some armor, and it doesn't. Oh, my audio jack just made one funny noise. Funny noise, static feedback in my headset. And that gun depression is such a massive letdown. 4 degrees is crazy. This thing has the same gun depression as a T62A. Just to put it in perspective, if you played a T62A, you know that that thing does not have gun depression. Wait, actually it has better gun depression than 62A. I apologize, I think. I can't remember anymore. Yeah. I personally prefer to have gun depression with my medium tanks, and preferably I'm struggling to get words out. You gotta remember, this is my third video in a row. I've been talking nonstop for like an hour. I know, such a shame. And yeah, voice is getting a little hoarser than it usually is. But yeah, where was I going? I like my medium tanks to have gun depression, and if they have gun depression, I prefer them to have a tiny bit of turret armor, which is, oh my, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying. This thing has none of that. You can bounce, like, say a Leopard's autocannon. I said a Leopard's autocannon. You can occasionally bounce a Leopard's autocannon off the front of this tank. That mantlet can eat shells, but just look how tiny the mantlet is. And those cheeks aren't that strong, so yeah, you have no armor. No armor, no speed. DPM, I think, is probably going to be on par with an Easy 8, possibly a little bit worse, probably is a little bit worse. I just don't have 100% crew in it yet. And penetration is amazing. I gotta put that out there. Penetration is amazing, and the accuracy is bad. Look at that. Yeah, in fact, just love the actual gun. I hate the platform. It's kind of like with the gun carrier. I really love the gun carrier's gun, but I hate the gun platform. Fun fact, gun carrier is actually going to get buffed. I think it's going to get up to 120, 130 millimeters of frontal hull armor instead of the 88 it has currently. And other tier 6 news, Jackson's DPM buff. Crazy DPM buff. And Panzer IV, I believe, is getting a third of its track traverse taken off. Yeah, even though I complain about this tank, I did actually decently. Which is kind of sad about the Panzer IV, but it so badly needs a nerf. Giving out a 4-second flat reload and 3266 DPM, which is, by the way, higher than E25, is just stupid. I would love to. I just don't know who I'm gonna get help, if I'm gonna get help. Also in more fun news, I turned 18 yesterday. When I'm recording, that is. When this goes out, it'll probably be like Friday? Maybe. I'm actually on a trip on Friday. I'm gonna be out of town. Ooh, fancy. I have plans. But yeah. I'm drawing a blank now. Anyways, we are bottom tier. They have one tier 7. We have one tier 7. They have a Dracula. We have a, I have to say VK for some reason, but it's an SU-122-44, which is actually a very nice tank. I don't have it personally, but it is actually a good tank. DPM is great on it. It's not on par with the SU-152 using the 122, but pretty close. And speaking of NSU, yep. You know what I said about this thing having no armor? Well, there, proved my point. Also, I backed up way too far. There was other tanks for that SU to shoot that right in front of him, but he shot me. That is really stupid. Whatever. Because this is not all one recording anymore. Because, yeah, I suck. I don't know how long this has been. I think it's been like 8 minutes. See, yep, third game in a row, bottom tier. I really hate this tank. I cannot stand it. I have not hated a tier 6 tank this much. Why would you go right? Explain to me, why would you go right? I don't care if they have light tanks, but we don't have advantage over there, so why on earth would you go right? Why would you call... I think some of these idiots, like that guy right there, don't seem to understand that just because the enemy team has a lot of tanks and they're going to go that way, we should go that way. We shouldn't. We shouldn't give our advantage away, which is on the other side of the map, just because they may be over here. It's just illogical. It doesn't make sense, and it's stupid. But yeah, where was I? I think, yeah, where was I? Yeah, the last tier 6 tank I hated this much was probably the T-37 when that thing first came out. I probably still hate the T-37, to be honest. The RLV-39 I actually didn't mind. But then again, I'm not really an aggressive medium tank player. In fact, I don't play that many medium tanks. Just look at my tier 10 battles, and most of them are in heavies and tank destroyers. I don't have the bat chat yet. Probably should get the bat chat. But I'm still waiting for my exception I sent in on the 29th of December 2017 to be finished. And just for reference, I'm recording this on the 14th of January. So yeah, I finally did get a reply today. It's probably going to take them another 3 days before I actually get my tanks back, but yeah. That is why I have such a massive amount of credits. It's all for an exception. Well, 16 million of it is, so I'll have 3 million left, which is a nice buffer because I'm probably going to have to equip a couple of tanks I get back. Well, all my tier 10s I'm getting back should actually have equipment unlocked. And they're going to cap out. It's just that I'm also getting back other tanks. Only 6 tanks for 16 million. It's a steal. 3 tier 9s and 3 tier 10s. And yeah, 2 of the tier 10s won't have any equipment on them. And one of them, wait, did I say tier 10s or tier 9s? 2 of the tier 9s won't have equipment on them. One of it will be fully equipped or relatively, because that's my Foch. I'm getting back my Foch. Such a good tank. So much better than the tank that follows it. Yeah, excited for that. Also getting back my 4 tier 2, even though the tank is garbage now. I mean, it's never been... Well, it was supposedly decent for a little while, but I am prejudiced against that tank. So yeah. I'm also getting back my Soviet medium tanks. I don't like Soviet medium tanks at tier 10. But yeah, I am going to get them back. Well, that wasn't a bad game at all. 1851 damage for being a bottom tier tank. And yeah, let's play another battle. Of course, my bias against this tank is comparing it to other Shermans. Other Shermans you can brawl in. Easy 8s you can actually go and DPM a lot of people and, you know, abuse ridge lines and stuff like that. This tank you can't do that with. Easy 8 you can also bounce shots with. You can angle your side armor. With this tank you can angle your side armor, but it's not going to do you that much good. Look, it's exactly the same hull as that tank. Actually, I think it's different. It is actually different. It looks a bit fatter and rounder. Yeah, this is a Sherman 5 hull, I'd guess. Fun fact, the Sherman 5 is not actually the same tank as the tier 5 in this line on PC. That would be the Sherman 3 on PC. I don't know why we have a unique tank at tier 5. Did I say tier? Yeah, at tier 5 with this line in Blitz, but hey, we get a unique tank, which has a bad selection of guns, but I guess the Crusader gun is probably the best one to use on it. I didn't actually use that gun in my review when I got the 7-kill game, but yeah. Still not great. And that is the stupid SU-100. Why is it called an SU-100 if it can equip a 122? Whew, mind blown. And the SU-85 can actually only equip 85s and 75s, but the SU-100 can equip 185, 100, and 122. So explain that to me. Also, tank renowned for its accuracy and its penetration. Shoots the freaking play second bounce. Same with that shot. Bad marksmanship. I accept the responsibility for failing with that shot. Those shots. And that one I failed. And we are down 2 tanks. Yeah, we've lost 3 tier 6s, and they've lost a tier 5. This game's gonna suck. Here comes the crew. Please poke around the corner. No, you killed the 12T. You got pit maneuvered. Yeah, you can see how kind of I'm let down by DPM here. Also, another bounce. Bravo, team. Bravo. Can we, and I do that now. Apparently I double click there. Yep. Fun. I'm looking through my premium tanks and I actually don't have one of the most commonly used tier 8 premium tanks, and especially for complex gameplay, and I don't have a T-34 for some reason. Yeah, weird, right? I have an IS-2SH, an IS-5, an IS-3 Defender, tier 8s. I have a Type 59, a Mod 1, a Super Pershing, a Black Dog, and a Lurver, but I don't have a T-34. That is like one of the most common and prolifically, okay, don't say that word because I can't pronounce it. One of the most common tier 8 premium tanks, and I don't have it. I don't know. I only have one American tier 8 premium, one Chinese, 2 Sherman, and, 4 Soviet tanks, premiums. Guess Soviet bias. This is really gonna suck because I'm just not gonna do well against this Tiger. Even though this tank was designed to kill Tiger. The only reason this thing historically has as a 17 pounder is to kill Tigers. Because the normal short and long 75s or 76s that the standard Shermans have just can't pen the Tiger, or couldn't pen the Tiger, so the British ingenuity and engineering, yeah, say those words together like that. I mean that. British engineering and their ingenuity. Words. I'm really struggling right now. Can you tell? Just figured out a way to mount this massive 17 pounder. It was pretty big, for a Sherman tank, onto an actual Sherman hull. Can you believe it? All you had to do was turn the gun sideways and add the ammo box at the back of the turret. Yeah. It was, we were lost, just a little. Oh yeah, bounce. Yeah, another reason that, look at this team. Three tier 7s. They had 3 tier 7s. We've managed to kill one of them. Yeah, and I guess it's kind of one of the more historical Shermans because it actually can face a Tiger 1. But so can a Jumbo and an Easy 8, so. And that is the end of this video. I'm done. I hate this tank. I do not recommend this tank. It is pointless to get because in order to get it, you have the secondary British medium tank line. And before, the Cruiser 3 was totally insane, but they nerfed it. And just look at this. Cruiser 1, Cruiser 3 is better. Cruiser 2 used to be better, now Cruiser 4 is better. Valentine, They're two different vehicles, different playstyles. Sherman 5 and Crusader. This is a light, this is a medium. They both have the same gun. Yeah, but here, why would you pick a Firefly over Cromwell? Cromwell is beautiful. It is a fantastic tank. And it's more fitting with the Comet. It goes along with the Covenanter, Crusader, Cromwell better than the Firefly. And you know the name goes along. Cruiser, Cruiser, Covenanter, Crusader, Cromwell, Comet, Centurion, Centurion. And then this breaks the whatever. Just random tangent. I don't know how much it is to research the Comet from the Firefly. But what I do know is that this Cromwell, the Cromwell, is way more fun. It's more fun. It fits more with the Comet playstyle, and the Comet is kind of a transition vehicle. You go from a Cromwell to a Centurion. So fast, nimble, small, relatively, with no armor. And then this, you actually get a mantlet that can bounce. And then this, you actually get nothing because it's a garbage tank, and this is garbage tank, and this is a garbage tank. In fact, don't go for this line. Top recommendation to you is the British medium tank line. Is just forget of it. Just forget that it exists. Unless you're a completionist like me, just ignore the third British tier 10. The tank destroyer is perfectly balanced. The 250B had a wonderful buff. That just 40 millimeters more on the side makes it so much better. It can't be overmatched by a lot of tanks anymore. But I'm rambling again. This tank is not worth it. A Cromwell is better. I don't even care if this is a Cromwell B. Cromwell B is better than our Cromwell. There's no point to get this tank. If you could see tier 8s with tier 6s still, maybe you would want this gun. But then again, it's a garbage tank. So yeah, just like the Grope Tractor. Yeah, it's the Grope Tractor. I don't know how you pronounce it, the Grope Tractor. Crap. Or the GRTR. I'm just digging myself a hole. Just like that tank, this tank is not worth it. But unlike that tank, you're not being charged 20 bucks. You're being charged, well, it's probably 20 bucks to free XP. Yeah, but whatever. You're just a lot of time. It's just spending time to get a dead-end tank that's useless. If they eventually add the FE 4005 Stage 2, whose nickname I'm not going to say because it's stupid. The whole thing's stupid. If they add that line, it will definitely make this thing worth it because it's going to branch off the Firefly. It's going to go to the Firefly and then, I can't remember the names. Whatever. The tier 7 one, which is based on the Cromwell, tier 8, which I think is Comet. One of them's Charioteer, I think that's tier 8. The Conway is the tier 9. Don't know what the tier 7 is. Wait, do those branch off these tanks, or do they branch off the Archer line? I think they go from the Archer line. Maybe they go from both. I don't know. It's all confusing. I don't remember PC, but yeah. This tank is not worth it. This tank's a dead-end line. If you're like me and you need to have all the tanks in the game researched, get it. If not, don't bother. So I hope you enjoyed this rather depressing review. Well, depressing because of what it's doing to my win rate. Stupid Firefly. Sucks so much. Really, it does. Yeah, if you enjoyed this for some reason, please don't forget to hit the like button down below. And yeah, just slap it upside the head. That doesn't have, but yeah. I do not condone violence, by the way. I'm saying this just because. And if you're new, subscribe, and that is an order. Subscribe, you heard me. And comment down below. If you think this tank is actually a viable option, personally, in its place in the tech tree, it's not worth it. No. But what do I know? I only have 32,000 battles. I'm also rambling. Goodbye.